Hello everybody, my name's Larry, and this channel is called Living with Stage 4 Metastatic Prostate Cancer. Today's subject is about how I try to maintain my mental acuity. This is not to be confused with what I do to maintain my mental sanity, which I covered in my previous video on spiritual health. As anybody knows, as you get older, we do have a decline in mental acuity, and it's really necessary to maintain any kind of quality of life. And first thing I want to talk about is, what I do to maintain my mental acuity is I read. So I read the local newspaper about every morning. It's the Press Enterprise there. And I read that, to keep up with the local news, to see what's going on in my hometown. And I've always have at least one book that I have going, reading for pleasure. Currently, I'm reading a collection of Rudyard Kipling tales, which is right here. The stories and poems. It's a particularly good one in there I've always liked, as A Man Who Would Be King. I read that one in bed just before I go to sleep. Stephen King. Here's one I haven't read yet. It's called Lacey's Story, but can't wait to get to that one. Dean Koontz. Here's one I haven't read of his yet. I've read many of his also. This is By the Light of the Moon, which I have waiting in queue to read. Lewis Carroll. Good old Alice. There she is with the mouse in her pool of tears that she cried. I read that one a few times. J.R.R. Tolkien and The Hobbit. I love that series. Ray Bradbury is one of my favorites. I read and read him. I read this Dandelion wine book so many times it's worn out, but there it is. John Cheever, one of my favorites. This is the Wapshot Chronicle. I got a signed edition of that finally. Kurt Vonnegut, one of my favorites. I haven't read much of him lately, but I picked this book up. Somehow I missed that one by old Kurt. I'm going to get to that one. Truman Capote. Truman, this is my copy of Breakfast at Tiffany's. That was a gift to me. And then there is another little story I really love. It's called A Christmas Tale. If you haven't read that one, you should read it. And many other books. I'm also particularly fond of science fiction. Here's a book I bought recently off the internet. It's The Algebraist by Ian Banks. I did read another Banks tale, and I liked it so much I bought that one. I also read self-help books, including the Bible. Again, not pushing religion, but there it is. Lots of good stories in there. I read magazines, including the Reader's Digest, which my mother, who is now 95, has gifted me a subscription to this for about 50 years. I read the AARP magazine, lots of great articles in there. The AARP Bulletin, lots of good articles in there when you're an old person. I also get the Penn Stater and the Penn State Engineering magazine because I am a Nittany Lion. If nothing else is around, it's convenient. I'll resort to reading the back of cereal boxes, and you get the idea. The next thing I do to keep my mental acuity is I've been recently enjoying doing these YouTube videos for this channel. That's my latest mental challenge. I'm learning a new range of skills here, including camera work, lighting, video editing, and script writing. For the last 3 years, I've been learning to play chess in my retirement. This is what the prop department gave me. The chess I play, though, is online. I play on chess.com, where I solicit games from all over the world within my skill level. For $100 a year, it allows me to play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, unlimited usage. There's tournaments, chess puzzles, learning tutorials, and much more. I'm not a very good player, but chess makes me focus and plan and then execute under time pressure. Chess has aspects of pattern memory, decision making, risk and reward ideas, strategy, tactics, and calculation. All in all, it makes me think critically, which is the result I need to stay mentally sharp. I also enjoy writing short stories, mostly just for my friends. I have published a couple of these stories on a second YouTube channel I have. If you want to see those, just search for my name, Larry Seward, on YouTube and look for my smiling face if you're interested. And the last item I want to mention about staying mentally alert is that I'm a docent, a tour guide at the Jackson Mansion Museum in Berwick. It's all volunteer. This keeps me sharp mentally as I need to keep up to date with new script additions to the regular tour. We get those additions annually for new scripts. And also we have scripts for special occasions that I need to be familiar with, like the Victorian Christmas tours and the Halloween Haunted Mansion tour. Not only does this volunteer work keep me mentally active, it's a great deal of fun. And I'm going to elaborate more on the Jackson Mansion Museum in my next video on the social aspect of staying healthy. And here's a picture of the Jackson Mansion, which is in downtown Berwick. That's it. The building was finished in 1879, but that's a picture from the early 1900s. And it still stands pretty much like that today, except for the trees. So if you're a patient with stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer or have a loved one who is a patient, I strongly suggest you stay in the game. Don't be discouraged. Hold your head up. Have fun every day. Enjoy your family and friends. Enjoy every ice cream cone. Peace to you all. See you later.